Hi, and welcome to the Firearm Show and Firearm Tips. Today we are going to field strip and clean a Glock. Now, the nice thing is that all of the Glocks are the same. So, regardless of which model, the 40, 41, 42, 17, 19, the teardown and cleaning process is going to be the same. So in this case, we're using a Glock 19, but again, not relevant because they're all the same. So I'm going to make sure there's no magazine installed. Safety first. Then we're going to check, make sure that there's no round in the chamber. And by doing so, we've actually just cocked the gun. So that's why we want to be super, super safe here. Point the gun in a safe direction, pull the trigger, and we can tell that the trigger's back, so we're safe. And now we start the teardown. Now, on both sides of the frame are these takedown levers. What we're going to do is get a nice little grip on the frame and slide, and just barely pull it back. See, I'm barely moving it, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Pull on those, and the slide comes right off. And the bottom is the polymer frame with the metal inserts. Put that aside for now. We have our recoil spring and our barrel. So these are the only pieces that we really need to worry about, is the slide, the barrel, the spring, and the frame. Now, what I like to do is just do a nice cleaning on the frame itself. We'll get to that, and the interior of the slide. Now, generally, all I'm going to do is just use some basic solvent, like some Hoppy's number 9, or maybe break-free CLP. Either of these are fantastic products. There's lots of other good products on the market as well. Now, on the slide, I'm just going to take some clean Q-tips, get some solution on them, and just get in there and just kind of get that grime out. And you can see that we're picking up some dirt on this. Just give it a nice, good cleaning. Make sure we get over there on that striker pin. And really, that's going to be about it. You rarely ever need to do a deeper cleaning than this, especially on the slide. Just get some of that gunk out. There's people who have run 10, 20,000 rounds through their gun without ever cleaning it. Not my way of doing it. I like to keep my stuff as clean as possible so that I know it's always going to function perfectly. Now, in this case, I used some CLP, which is also it's a cleaner lubricant and protectant. So it's actually putting a small coating of lubricant in there while I'm cleaning it. That's all I'm going to do on this slide. For the barrel, we're just going to give it a good wipe down on the outside. Make sure that there's no visible debris anywhere. Shouldn't be too bad. And then we're going to use a little scrub brush here. I'm not going to do this every time. I'm going to do it every, I don't know, 100 rounds or so. In the meantime, I'm just going to run a swab down through it, keep it nice and clean. So I'm going to use my Hoppy's number 9. Just dip that in there real quick, and then give this a nice couple scrapes through there. Make sure it's all nice and clean. And then we'll replace that scrub brush with the swab end. And take one of our swab cloths here. Now, like I said, normally I'm just going to put some solution on one of these, run it through it a few times, and keep doing that until it comes out clean. This time I'm giving it kind of a deeper cleaning with that scrub brush. And you can see I'm getting some debris off of that. I'm just going to run that through a few times. All right, that should pretty much do it. I only got a little bit of debris off of that. And then next we'll go ahead and clean up the frame. And this one I had just done, so I'm not going to do it again. But I'm just going to take a Q-tip with solution on it and just clean this out really nice. Again, don't need to do it every time. I just like to do it on a regular basis. Make sure stuff stays nice and clean. So now that we have the different parts cleaned out, you're also going to want to wipe down this spring. Just kind of make sure it doesn't get all mucky, and it usually shouldn't. That's pretty much it. All right, now we're going to put everything back together again. We're going to put our barrel in. And this spring, you can see, has a metal side and a plastic side, and the plastic side goes into the barrel bushing. I'm just going to lay that in there. And you can see it's back in place. Put it onto the rail there. And we are good to go. So that's how to clean a Glock pistol. Again, pretty much exactly the same, regardless of which generation, which model, even down to the new 42, that little 380 takedown cleaning process, exactly the same. Just make sure you have the right brushes for it and the right swab size and everything so that you can keep yours as clean as possible. So thanks for watching us here at the Firearm Show and Firearm Tips, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.